Hi guys, I'm really excited to be here on site with David Bailey. This is very much his site and we're in Chelmsford. So David, thank you for having me on your site.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Nice to see you.
And you. So basically, we want to share with you a little bit about how David went about securing and procuring the site. So David, tell us a little bit more about, how did you firstly get the site, but also what was the process you used to secure the site?
Okay, so the site was on the market,
Yeah.
but it had run into some trouble because there was some access issues and some servicing issues which most buyers couldn't resolve. There was no planning on the site, so we approached the owner and we said, if we can solve your problems here of accessing and servicing and also get planning as part of the process, we can offer this much for the site. And he decided to work with us, and here we are.
So in terms of the price then, did you actually pay the asking price, more, less?
So it was a bit of a process, to be honest, because we did start fairly close to the asking price actually, but as it became clear that we were going to have to pay for some of the access issues to be resolved, unfortunately we did have to negotiate that price down, which the vendor fully understood, that we had to effectively pay for access to the site.
Oh, good. So was this site on the market for a while before you bought it, or?
Yeah, so it was on the site it was on the market for a while. They had marketed at a higher price originally. When some of these issues came to light, they then decided they had to go and get the site fully registered with Land Registry, because it was a probate property and it was unregistered at the time. So they did that, then put it back on the market. That's when we got involved and started negotiating on the site.
Interesting. And also you mentioned you managed to get them to do a subject to planning. How did that go? Was it easy to negotiate that?
It was, to be honest, because I think the vendor at that stage knew that they needed someone who really knew the planning process. They'd had a couple of buyers sort of come and go, and they knew that they were going to have to spend a bit of time working with someone who could get them through the planning process.
Great. So obviously it's a site for 4 new build bungalows.
Yep.
So tell us about that process. Was it easy getting planning? What were your challenges, if any?
Yeah, it wasn't easy, to be honest. We originally went for pre-planning advice for 4 bungalows and got sort of knocked back on that. They said, oh, this is a site for 2. We disagreed with that. But having set their expectations, or at least originally said we wanted to get 4 on, we had to work quite hard to get back to that 4. So what we did is we originally went in for planning for 3, 1 bungalow and 2 chalet bungalows. That didn't go down particularly well because most of the closest bungalows, and they felt that they wanted to remain with bungalows, keep the character of the close. So we actually then went back in with 3 bungalows, and once we got that approved, we went back in with an application for 4 bungalows. What we did was we actually oversized the middle plot, which was a detached bungalow, but we knew that bungalow could be split into 2 semi-detached bungalows. So having got the principal and the building envelope for 3 bungalows agreed, we then split that middle bungalow into a pair of semis.
And that was a follow-on application?
Yes, yeah, so that was another application.
So in total, how many applications did you submit all along the way?
So we submitted 3 applications in total, yeah,
Right.
So it was a bit of a journey.
You got there in the end?
Yeah, we got there in the end, and the interesting thing about the bungalows is they are actually more profitable than houses. They go for, certainly in this area anyway, because there's a lack of supply of bungalows, they do go for a higher pound per square foot end value. And having done the appraisals on the original scheme for 3 houses, 1 bungalow and 2 houses, the 3 bungalows and the 4 bungalows actually came up as more profitable schemes, which was really interesting.
It is interesting. I think bungalows are of a dying breed, as it were, right?
Yeah,
not many people actually building new build bungalows. So I think you might have got yourself a niche out there.
Yeah, definitely. That we've had so many inquiries already about people who are looking for bungalows. Obviously we've got an ageing population in the UK.
Absolutely.
And as you say, people just don't build bungalows anymore. And you know, there's a lot of people out there, downsizers. They own their property outright. They might own, you know, quite a large property. They'll be selling that, and they'll be looking to spend a decent cash amount, and they don't want to have to do the work on an old bungalow, because a lot of the bungalows on the market are, you know,
unmodernised, old. They need a lot of work doing, right?
That's it. They want to move into something that is brand new, and ideally, you know, that they can perhaps choose some of the specification of as well.
No, I think you've definitely sort of hit sort of a niche strategy there, I have a feeling. So yeah, good luck with that, and good luck with the site. We'll probably come back here in a few months and see the progress. But thank you for sharing the details with us, and yeah.
Thanks, Manni.
Thanks for having us.